Most days these days, I wake up feeling like my hair is on fire with ideas. I have so many things that I think I can do now that I always wanted to do. Usually, whenever you want to start a new initiative, there is the cost-benefit equation. What is the cost and what is the potential benefit of doing this? And then, in that potential benefit, you have the probability of success on the other side. And most of the time, we're not going to do something unless we have the means. The cost doesn't cost us so much that we can't even afford to do it, and that the benefit outweighs the cost. And with AI, all of a sudden, the cost of doing things is just dropped. So what this means is that every problem that we see is kind of worth solving, right? It's like there were only certain ideas that were worth the time of day to actually get done. And now, because the cost to do something has reduced so much, suddenly everything's worth doing. Like every problem is worth solving, which is so exciting. What this means is that we literally can all be part of building a more exciting, equitable, fair, convenient world. We can make these conveniences and services available to everyone. And so when we start taking that to its extreme, we start looking at actual real problems. Like, why can't we solve homelessness? Why can't we solve the healthcare crisis? Why not? I mean, we can literally build anything that we want to right now. And I think that the problem is that there are old structures in place that are gating some opportunities, and some big opportunities. I think in healthcare, there's a huge opportunity there, and there are a lot of regulations around that. But I think that there are a lot of opportunities that are just waiting right now for us to go and get, because now they're worth doing. And we're seeing that all over the place. People are basically creating these tiny companies, and they're becoming worth so much, in just a short period of time. I mean, Anthropic's kind of an extreme case, so we can't really look at them. You could say they were just kind of, they were kind of one of a kind unicorn scenario, but there are many others out there. And so I wake up every day with all these ideas on my head, and I feel like I gotta go do them all. And so I've been turning more to building agentic frameworks to actually go and do these things. Why build them myself? I can build the thing that builds the thing, right? So in some way, I feel this is one of the most exciting times of my life. I spent all this time working and thinking that I was reaching more toward the end of my career. Actually, I started looking down the line at the end of my career, especially as a lot of my friends are retiring. And all of a sudden, I find myself working harder than I've ever worked in my life. I'm like back in my early 20s. That's how it feels with how much I'm working. And I'm working because I want to. I'm just excited. And I imagine that if everyone could feel the level of empowerment that I feel, and I'm not some wealthy billionaire I'm not some billionaire that's built some massive company and doing a million things at a time. Nothing like that. I've just been an engineer that's been around forever. But now, I feel like I can do anything. And imagine if others felt the same way. And I know people who do, and I know a lot of people who are in my field who are engineers as well, and they don't feel like that. They feel threatened by all this technology. They've gone they're engineers and they've gone the anti-AI route. So, yeah. All right.